Hello and welcome to this final video for 2019. Today I wanted to spend a few minutes just looking back and thinking about some of the things which happened this year. Let's get to it. Here on Scott Grows an Avocado Tree, my goal is to capture the entire process and put it on YouTube of growing an avocado tree from seed to the point of bearing fruit. We started this year with Norbert, our one seed who had grown lots of roots, wasn't seem to be progressing, didn't seem to be growing. I wasn't sure what to do, so I put it to a poll, and we as a community decided that we would just try planting him in soil to see what happened. Unfortunately, nothing happened. He died. This happens sometimes as a gardener. Sometimes the decisions we make are not good. Sometimes things happen without our control. Did putting him in soil doom him? Would he have died anyway if we left him in water? I don't know. It's too hard to tell. We'll never know. But that's okay. I know, of course, that it's possible to grow avocado trees from seed. I've got a number of them here behind me. So I decided to try again. This time I wanted to hedge my bets and try 10 seeds, and I named them after some of my subscribers. Unfortunately, they died too, all of them. I reflected on what I did wrong, what went wrong, and I came up with a few things. I think that I probably left them in the fridge too long, which was not good for the seeds. I also think that starting them during winter in Australia was the wrong decision, as they did not get warm enough to germinate. I also did not change the water frequently enough, and so algae grew, which would have starved the seeds of oxygen, which would have killed them as well. So I started again. I held an Instagram competition to name the seeds, so I've named 6 seeds after 6 people on Instagram, and I have tried a few different things. I started off by not putting them in the fridge at all. I kept them at room temperature in a Ziploc bag with damp paper towel. I am doing this, it is now summer. I started them during summer, which should be more helpful for their survival. For seeds to germinate, it needs to be above a particular temperature for them. They will not germinate unless the temperature for them is right. And so having a warmer temperature during the summer should be helpful for that. I'm also keeping them above my kitchen sink, which makes it really easy for me to change their water. So I'm changing their water every few days. And so far, so good. Expect an update video in the next week or two. I also purchased some avocados this year with the intention of generating my own grafting material. However, I encountered some problems. I was over-enthusiastic with my watering, which caused some root rot problems. But I learned some things, and so I'm trying again. I believe that I am now better ready to look after these trees. As well as growing avocado trees this year, I've also started a little extra project called Growing Vegetables on a Budget, where I aim to grow as many tomatoes as I can for less than 30 Australian dollars, all inclusive: the pots, the soil, the stakes, the tomato plants themselves, everything. It's currently the middle of the growing season. It's too early to say whether this has been successful. I've learned a lot of things already, which I'll be reflecting on later, but it's all going quite well. I've conducted some experiments this year as well. Over the last summer, I conducted an experiment where I sought to understand whether it was better to grow avocado seeds in water or in soil. From that experiment, I concluded that it was better to grow them in soil, just straight away, without putting them in water to start with. And as a follow-up from that experiment, I have started growing 47 avocado seeds in soil, which I will have an update at some point during January, but I am very excited. An Instagram account was also launched for Scott Grows an Avocado Tree in 2019. It has been a real joy to be posting more content over there and interacting with the plant community. I have met a lot of plant tubers through this community, and I have enjoyed doing some collaborations with them already, and you should keep an eye out for future collaborations going forward. There have been some really fantastic things this year, but there have also been some disappointing things this year. Some of my attempts to do things have failed. Norbert died. One of the avocado trees that I purchased died as well due to my actions, and the other one isn't looking super healthy. But failure is an opportunity for learning. I am not yet an expert, and I have still lots to learn. We are always learning. On the path to becoming an expert, I am going to make mistakes, and I don't want to hide that fact. We live in a world where it is easy to edit out imperfections, but I don't want to do that. I want to be real with you. Part of gardening, part of keeping plants is learning from mistakes, learning from failure. Every failure is an opportunity for learning, and I always hope to keep learning. I hope to keep broadening my understandings and making them deeper going forward into 2020 and beyond. Thank you very much for watching this video today, and thank you very much for joining me in 2019. I consider it a real privilege to have you in my audience, and thank you. I hope you have a happy and safe new year, and I hope that you are as excited to join me in 2020 to continue this avocado journey as I am. Today I'm going to leave you with my avocado cover of Auld Lang Syne. Thanks again for watching.
Scott grows an avocado tree, an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree, an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree, an avocado tree. Scott grows an avocado tree, an avocado tree.